Of all, I want to share this super clean table, which if you've been watching my videos, you've probably realized was completely cluttered. And now I finally cleaned it off and it is presentable and ready to go. And this is in the back of my bookstore. So this is a side note, but I just wanted to show that off. I'll talk about it in more detail in another video, but essentially that is the reason I'm doing that is to start the process of preparing to have a lister start listing here. I'm going to get a computer, camera, the whole thing, and this is going to be the listing station for now. Yeah, so just a side note, but the video is about all of these sales that I got in the last 24 hours. There's an additional sale that I got, a CD, which now I'm blanking on how much it went for, but 8 total sales in the last 24 hours on eBay, which is great for me because recently eBay has been a bit slow. And granted, I have not been listing consistently. Yesterday I listed a bunch of stuff. Today I'm going to list more, but a bunch of book sets, book lots, and I'm working on some vintage books now, and then I have some CDs to list and a few more books. But so sometimes things are slow, and it's been going on for about a week and a half for me, where it's relatively slow on eBay. And then suddenly I got 8 sales in a day, and these are not big dollar sales. Or the book up there is the highest one, highest profit, but overall they're not big dollar sales. But I like to see quantity. Of course, I want quality as in high profit on every single item, but that's just not how it's going to be all the time. And a lot of these items are older, have been around, are listed quite a while ago, and sales period are good. My store right now is a little over 2,000. I probably got like 2,050-ish items in my store, and sometimes it just gets slow. I'm running a promotion on older items, and I mean, talking about items that have been up for a couple of years. I'm running a promotion on those, a deep discount, and then I'm also running a 21% promotion on more items that I listed recently, as in within the last 3 to 6 months. Some of them are a little over 6 months old. So anyway, so this is what I sold: 3 books, 4 CDs, and this is audiobooks. The other CD is not here. It's a Spanish language one. I think it sold for around $15-ish, but I don't remember specific numbers. So most of these are older. Like this one here, not even quite sure when I listed it. It's called Frontiers in Archaeology by Robert Silverberg. I believe he's a sci-fi writer. And this does not even have the dust jacket. And it's from 1966. My hunch is that, oh, it's signed. Look at that. Okay. My hunch is that it was a donation, because it does not say on the post-it where it came from. That only sold for $10 plus shipping, but wow, it was signed. Okay, I assume that was in my listing. I have a lot of signed books up for sale, but honestly I don't come across that many of them. I just happened to come into a lot of them a few years ago, but it's definitely harder to find signed copies of books unless you happen to obtain a book collection of somebody who was an avid collector of signed copies of books. Often it'll be first editions, first printings as well. So that one sold, and then this one is actually from a Gaylord from a couple of years ago. It is a Bollywood Indian, Bollywood. Looks like well, I guess it's other hits of Yash Chopra. So maybe from multiple movies, I'm not sure. But this one sold for $11.79 plus shipping. That's been listed for a little while. This one is from another Gaylord, even a Gaylord that is way before even this one. So this is from quite a few years ago. Real Estate Investing, How to Get Started in Real Estate Investing with Robert Irwin. 4 CD audiobook. I don't have too many audiobooks up for sale online, but there are some that can go for good money. This is not one of those that goes for a lot of money, and it did take a while to sell, but that's the kind of thing that I probably wouldn't list again. I'd probably just stick it in my store with my other audiobooks. That sold. This book here is Colonial Settlers and English Adventures. This sold for $14.50, free shipping. This was a donation from quite a long time ago. This book is from 1971. I don't know if it does not seem to have any drawings, anything like that. But that took a lot to sell. So I'm always glad when I sell the older stuff to get them off the shelves to clear up more space for newer inventory. Both of these CDs sold together, The Magnificent Seven, Elmer Bernstein, and The Great Escape. I recommend watching both those movies. This one sold for $15.79, and this one sold for $19.74. So the person bought them together, and I'll ship them together. So those were nice sales. That's about $25 of gross sales between those two. And these came from a donation. 10 boxes of CDs, which I've talked about a lot, but there's just awesome CDs in there that are going to be pretty hard to find, especially the soundtracks and the jazz CDs that were in there were really valuable, and there was some classical as well. So that was a nice sale. This one was the most profitable for $31.59 on or plus shipping. Bunk by W.E. Woodward. And this one, let's see what year this is from. First edition, 1923. So it's 101 years old. Wow. Yeah. I've heard that. I've seen books by this guy before. I just don't remember exactly who he is. But this is quite an old book in great condition if you consider how old it is, 101 years old. So $31 on that one. So overall, I'm happy that I got this many sales and that I can keep things moving off the shelves, because I recently, this is all my books for sale on eBay. I recently moved all my books over because I had so much space. So it goes all the way over here, down there, and then it ends up here. This is how these all fell over because I pulled a book. This is how I was storing them. It was alphabetically by author, but I stopped doing that because some of them I was having a hard time finding, essentially. And the same thing goes for, there's books up there as well, oversized books, but same thing goes for, those are audiobooks. These are all DVDs. And then all the way down there I have some VHS tapes. And then over here, behind all this, I have CDs. Those are all for sale on eBay. And instead of putting them like by the shelf, I would do them alphabetically. And that's a bad idea. I don't recommend doing that. So as I'm selling off this older stuff, I'm just moving it all down and freeing up more shelf space. So I freed up these two shelves, and now I am filling this shelf up of newer items. This is all newer stuff on these shelves, here and here. And then that's actually alphabetical. I sold a lot of those vintage paperbacks. And then all of this is the newer stuff as well. So as you can see, I start filling up the shelves. You know, there's a little space here and there, like up there at the top, which looks precarious, but it's fine. That's sort of freeing up space as well. So I'm generally just trying to do that so I can list better stuff and just make more room. Because eventually, with a lister, I'm going to be filling up this space pretty quickly. So I want to sell off as much as I can to free up more space. And I mean, as of now, I don't have that much space. I still have some space here, which I've not used, which I don't know if it's a good idea to do that. I've got it stacked up there, but I have more space to move into. I leave this space for envelopes, for shipping, padded envelope shipping envelopes. And then all of this is Amazon stuff. So yeah, I mean, even though I am moving towards getting someone to start listing for me so I can have more items go up, have it be more consistent, I'm also at the same time trying to free up space and being better organized so that when I something sells, I can find it quicker. As an example, and I have shelf 6, shelf 8, shelf 7. I know it's not in order, but so I can just go on there. I don't put too much stuff in there, and I can find it pretty quickly, especially if it's a book. But if it's a CD, I have to pull them out, but that's fine. It's still, I know exactly where they are. I can find them pretty quickly and keep on going. And then as I sell stuff on the shelves, it frees up more space, so I can put more inventory in those shelves. It's working for me right now, so that's what I've been doing. But happy about these 8 sales. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next video. Take care.